Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
Jerry.
Linda and Gizmo.
We're the Village's Newcomers, and it's time for...
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Wally Sagita wrote that for us. Wally, thanks again. We love it.
Makes you want to dance.
What's a beautiful week in the Villages. It's been hot. We played golf a couple of times. She played her first 18-hole round here.
I did it.
It is warm. You know, the guy across the street when we moved in, he said, sometimes in a day you wear 3 T-shirts. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
But it's been a fine week, and you might notice I had my ears lowered a little bit.
Doesn't he look handsome?
I get my hair cut every 4 months, whether I need it or not.
You need it.
I did. It starts curling up on my ears
Yeah.
and going down in the back. And although she does like a man bun, I've never quite had the nerve to go that far.
I do. I can't help it.
But I got it cut at a place called Brandy's Place. And I just want to give them a shout out. They don't even know it's coming. They don't know my name. They probably never watched this channel. But folks, it's rare to find a place that's affordable and dependable. $8.
Very nice.
Yeah. Thanks, Brandy. Well, let's get right to our questions. We're going to go to our first one. If you've been to the Villages, you've noticed there are a lot of things here that are different than you're going to see in most areas of the country. One of them are driveways. Kirk says, how much is the average cost to paint a driveway? We have a painted driveway. I really like our driveway. A lot of people like our driveway. They will come here and say, who did that? And we'll give them the recommendation. So I'm going to tell you what a driveway like ours cost. Others could be more. I don't think there are going to be many that are less. And ours was done by a fellow called Edison. He has a company called Edison Concreations. And he doesn't know me from Adam either, and he doesn't know we're doing this bit. But I know that he has done them as low as $1,200 and probably goes up from there. They can even go up to $5,000. There's one particular fellow here in the Villages that does artistic driveways, and then he even signs his name when he's finished.
No.
I've seen they cost over $4,000 for those driveways.
Okay.
And we're not talking about humongous driveways. We're talking about, you know, maybe a 20 or 25-foot driveway that's 20 foot wide. There are other things you can do to driveways here. You can get pavers. You can leave it natural. But we decided to go out and show you a few of the driveways just in our immediate area. Let's take a look.
Not everyone finishes their driveway. It's just a matter of personal taste. This driveway is pavers. They're set on a diagonal, and many people choose this option. It's very pretty. There are many designs for painted driveways. This one has a little bit of a rough texture. Here's another painted driveway. Beautiful stone paved driveway. It's even got their address on their driveway too, in a stone. I'm sure artistic designs will cost a lot more. So here's another driveway that's with pavers. It's definitely not standard. Look at the intricate design in the middle. Here's another example of a painted driveway with lots of different colors. This paver driveway is very different. It's very artistic.
Some people do, some people don't. Kirk also asked, how much does it cost to install a water filter like the one you have? Water filters come in all sizes and shapes and prices too. We have one that, and you might have seen the video, and I'll try to provide a link to that. It's called a Nova water system, and it has 3 replaceable filters, and they go about a year, but you actually go on the amount of gallons you use.
right.
It could be 9 months to a year to replace them. And it cost us just under $600 to have ours installed. And I think it's still the same price. And then each time you replace the filters, it's going to be roughly $100.
How soon do you think it is to change a filter?
What's
Just depends on
like,
how much.
like I
yeah.
just said a minute ago, maybe 9 months or a year.
A year? Okay. Well, that's not bad.
And he wants to know how much to epoxy a 2-car garage. You know, if I was going to buy a new house, it wouldn't be a deal breaker if it didn't have one. But man, we love that epoxy floor in the garage. You spill anything, water, oil, paint, you can wipe it right up.
Right.
I noticed a service truck parked in front of our house a couple weeks ago, out on the asphalt on the street, and left a big spot of oil,
yes, I
and
did.
it's soaked down, and it's going to be there until they resurface the street. You wouldn't have that on an epoxied garage floor. You can wipe that right up.
Right.
From Adam and Christy. When it comes to houses for sale in the villages, are there a lot of homes that are put up for sale not through the villages, but that we might miss seeing online? That's a great question.
It is. And he's going to miss some houses because there are other companies out there, the real estate companies, beside the villages to do.
A further part to that question, for example, should we be looking for a local real estate agent or homes listed on the Nextdoor app? The answer to those questions, I think, is yes. Mm-hmm. When we moved here, we put our faith 100% in the agent from the villages. We really didn't realize at that time that those agents can only show you homes that are listed by the villages. Mm-hmm. And I don't know any percentages. Now, I have asked, and they said that's a hard number to come up with because every new home, every single newly built home here is going to be a villages listed home. They own the land.
Right.
They are putting up the houses. That's going to be a villages listing. Mm-hmm. The pre-owned homes, we could go with, Remax or any company we want, or the villages.
Right.
And then if we went with something other than the villages, you wouldn't see it on that villages website.
Right.
And if we go with the villages, you won't see that home on the MLS web listing websites. Mm-hmm. So I guess to cover your base, if you want to find, let's say, a 3-bedroom home and you want block and stucco, if you want to see all of them that are available, you'd have to have somebody from the MLS showing you and somebody from the VLS, the Villages Listing Service, showing you. That's the best answer I can tell you.
Joe wants to know, are some people still working part-time or full-time living in the villages? And yes, there are some people working in the villages. A lot of them are doing at home. What do you call that? Online? What is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Online.
Online working at home. But yeah, the people do work from the villages.
2 doors down, a lady works full-time. She's got a great job,
Yeah.
and it's all done over the internet.
Right.
And you met Brenda and Wayne here a couple
Sure.
of weeks ago, and she still works full-time. She works for the Hershey Company.
Oh, no.
Although I have to say, I have not received one single Hershey bar.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
You really miss
Yeah.
it.
But all done by distance, and we've learned that the guy 2 houses away,
Yeah.
both he and his wife, both are working full-time from home.
Mm-hmm.
This day and age is revolutionary, what you can do from home.
Yeah.
We're working from home.
We are. This is a job. It's fun.
Hey, they always say, get a job that you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
True.
And that's the way we feel.
Mm-hmm.
That was your stomach.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Gargling up the...
You probably thought there was a tiger in our yard. Brian wonders if there's an issue with parking at the squares like Spanish Springs, Sumter Landing, and Brownwood. It says he checks the video cam from wherever he lives,
Oh.
and it seems that every parking space is full, and cars and golf carts are driving around looking for spots. Is there enough parking? Good question, Brian. I would have to say,
Yeah.
No, there is not enough parking.
Not enough parking.
Not enough parking.
I mean, you can park behind the buildings, not right in the middle of the square, down the streets adjacent to it, but definitely behind the buildings, there are some parking lots that you can go to. But it does get quite crowded in the season when all the snowbirds are here.
All right, but let's get real about it. If you have a square, like these places are squares, and there's parking all around the square, there's only X number of spaces there. They are going to fill up, on especially nights when the hooligans come, or Johnny Wild, or Scooter, our man Scooter, the DJ.
Yeah.
Those places are going to fill up early, and people will park there and just sit in their golf carts or their cars and listen to the concert.
But what's best is if you go with your golf cart, because there is one space, 2 golf carts. If you bring a car, you're knocking some person out. So you should go in your golf cart. Bundle up and go.
If you come with a party, let's say 4 couples, you can all 4 park in one parking spot. 4 golf carts can park in one
if
parking
you're all
spot.
together, sure.
So it's a good way. But, okay, she's right. There are big parking lots in Brownwood, for example, and you can park there. There are lots of places to park up in Sumter Landing, but you might have to walk a little bit. If you are not mobile, you may have trouble. You'd have to have somebody drop you off, then they would have to go park and come back and join
Or
you.
go rather early, and that's difficult too for some people.
So there is a lot of parking, but it may not be. You might have to walk a quarter mile.
Yeah.
Brian further wants to know, have we ever had to leave because there wasn't parking? No, we never have, because we would choose to park in one of those distance spots and walk in. Or let me say that she would get out and I would go park.
Drop me off, please.
I would go park and then I would walk back.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Ed and Joanne have a question. And they want to know, how many different color shirts do the Village's Newcomers own? That's a good question.
Not enough.
We have this mint green light. It's nice, right?
Right.
And green,
Yellow.
purple,
Coral.
long sleeve minty green.
Orange.
That's about it. It all started with that dark green one. Our son bought it for us as a gift. He did the design, the deal. I think he pulled it off our introduction. And since then, we've got a bunch more. People often ask us if we sell these. We don't. We don't sell them. But because so many people have asked, we ask the guy that makes them for us if he wants to sell them. And we believe that he is going to. And when it happens, if it happens, we'll put a link up there. We won't be involved in that, but if you really want a Linda and Jerry t-shirt, we think we can make it happen for you. Thanks for asking.
This is from Travis. His question is, how does the Villages deal with families that might have high-performing special needs kids? I'm not sure about that answer.
I don't know.
But there
We
are.
do know of
Yes.
some, and they are here,
Right.
and they appear to be happy. But as far as how does the Villages deal, the Villages doesn't deal. The Villages is a city. The Villages is just like Waco, Texas, or Peoria, Illinois. It's about the same size as those.
Right.
It doesn't deal with anything. I mean, you're here, you're dealing with people, and the people here are accepting of everything.
Right.
You know, you're not going to have any problems with people in here.
But those kids are over 18, right?
They have to be over 19 or over.
19 or over.
The same sort of question from Alicia. And Alicia asks, we have a 30-year-old disabled daughter who will be with us for the remainder of our lives. Are there many in the Villages in a similar situation? Because we're wondering if that lifestyle would be right for us with our precious one included. And first of all, before we answer that, I want to give a big salute to any parent that raises an adult child with special needs. We know that's not easy. And we know that there are many rewards to it as well, but we know that it's hard work and it can be complicated at times. And again, it's the same answer. The Villages is full of caring, wonderful people. We don't think you'll have any problem.
No, I mean, there's no steps. There's the pools have handicap accessible, so there's lots of things that are accommodating for handicapped people, for sure.
Pat asked about the priority memberships. It looks like all priority members gain from their membership fee is a $17 discount per round. It appears that everyone is a resident member and everyone gets the same access to the country clubs, but just has a higher rate to pay. We are not priority members. The priority, and I'm going to throw out a number, but it's over $700. And that would include your trail pass, which is the right to use your golf cart on the golf courses for your whole family. It would enable you to have a priority in getting a reservation or a tee time. Priority members get priority.
First dibs.
Yeah. And as far as the country clubs, we still haven't figured out what they offer except a restaurant. They usually have golf courses attached to them, but anybody can play those. You can walk in off the street and play those, but you'd pay a higher amount. Right now, I believe, and don't hold me to the exact dollar, that priority members pay $47 a round to play at most of the golf courses here. That rate is going to go down here on May 31st when the summer rates come in. The summer rates have always come in on May 1st before, but now since the snowbirds are here a little bit later than usual, they decided to hold over that rate, to get a little more moolah. So on May 31st, you can look for a rate drop. I don't know what that'll be. Last year, when I play championship, she doesn't like par fours.
No.
That's why I was proud of her the other day for playing an 18-hole round, and she did really well. But I play and my buddies play. A lot of my buddies don't play championship, but we will after the rates drop. Because after the third wave, you could play last year for $19. You could play 18 holes. And that we feel like is a good and fair price. If you wanted to play 9 holes, it was half of that. I'm anxious to see how much the Villages is going to raise those rates. I know that Social Security raised, 1 point something percent? Why does everything else raise more like 5, 10, 20%? Lona writes, she has a cat. And she would like to know, here in these houses, in the Villages, where in the world would you keep a litter box and the food and water?
Oh, well, we keep ours in the laundry room.
Right.
There's enough room for it there.
Lana was under the impression that all homes don't have a laundry room, and she's right.
Oh.
Some of the courtyard villas, the washer and dryers in the garage. And there, I guess you do like everybody does. You try to just figure it out. We have an Aspen. We love our house. We have more living area in this great room here than most people do. And still, we couldn't find a place for our computer and our monitor and our big printer. Space like that is short here in the Villages. And I can imagine putting a big litter box somewhere. That would just be...
Got to get creative on that.
Yeah. Yep. You have to struggle to find the answers to space needs in the Villages sometimes. Another cat question.
We don't know a lot about cats.
We have been married 42 years in July. We have never had a cat. Never. The Gator writes this question. Huh? I love that name. His name's Greg, but he goes by Gator. I love that. He has a cat that loves to be outside during the day and come in at night. What's the official rule? Do you know any neighbors that have outdoor cats? No, we don't. I've seen one up on the Sarasota golf course.
Oh, yeah.
I saw one on a trail the other night when I was riding.
This winter I saw one cross the street down the way. So
I saw an eagle fly over with one in his talons.
You did not.
No, but that's why you wouldn't want to leave your cat out running wild because it would probably get picked up.
Yeah.
And neighbors don't want it. You don't want a cat digging a hole in your flower bed and fertilizing it for you. You want to do that yourself. We do have a question for Gizmo. There was a letter yesterday in Nextdoor. You know that app? You know the Nextdoor app, Gizzy? Look at that. He said, no. I'm getting ready to answer a question. I don't have time to eat. On that Nextdoor app, a lady was disgruntled. Mm-hmm. She said at the Paradise dog park that it was filthy, that her dog got dirty there, and that people weren't picking up, and she complained. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the dirty dog park?
Yes.
You know, I love the dog park, but when you go there and your master does not clean up your business for you, it not only makes him look bad, it makes me look bad. And I hate that. So come on, people!
Angie, thank you for that question. We always like to give Gizmo a chance. Our final question today. What sold you on the Villages?
Uh-huh.
I'll go first.
Sure.
Because I can see that you're stumped.
No, I know why.
Okay, then you go first.
Well, I thought it was beautiful. It was clean. And the flowers, everything was in its place. It was immaculate. And it was just, it was beautiful.
Agree. When we first came here, and you pull into Brownwood, that's where the sales office is. That's where your first glimpse will be, probably, when you come here on a lifestyle visit. Yeah. And you roll into that square, and there are these cool golf carts everywhere. Yeah. You've never seen anything like it. I've been to other places where they had golf carts, but not like these, and not the number of golf carts. And then, you know, you see the place and you look around and it's decorated like Main Street at Disney. Yeah. And the landscaping is pristine and everybody's smiling and they're piping music through the town and you think you're in Pleasantville. And it's just awesome. And then you drive and you start looking around and you see these beautiful medians with the landscaping and flowers on every corner. And, you know, it's just almost like too good to be true.
Yeah.
Mailbag Monday.
And thank every one of you that wrote in this week. Remember, you send your questions to villagesnewcomers@gmail.com, and we'll try to get back to you. We get a lot of repeat questions. If we don't get back to you, please don't be mad at us.
No.
We just get the same questions over and over. And I hate to say this, but if you go back and watch our shows, you'll see that most of those questions have been answered, especially if we didn't answer you this time. But thanks for watching. We appreciate y'all.
Please press that like and subscribe button. Until next time.
See you when you get here.